Hello, Neil. Hello, Merle.
Hello.
Hi.
It is really amazing having here because I'm from gaming, right? And seeing video game become a show with HBO, it's really unbelievable, actually, right? So, Neil, how it is to, after a long time in the gaming industry, and we know that Hollywood never looked so much to gaming in the last 3 decades, right? And now we have a game being made into a show at HBO with this size. It's really amazing. How it is to you?
Oh, it's incredible. I don't even know how to describe it. It's like I think about The Leftovers, The
Yes.
Wire. Oh my God, I'm blanking. Watchmen. All these shows are like some of my favorite stories of all time. Not just shows, but stories of all time. And to think that The Last of Us is going to be amongst them is such a surreal experience. And also knowing that, look, I'm first and foremost a gamer and a game developer. But knowing that this story now will reach a wider audience, and there's a community of people that really enjoy these characters in the story, and to see it kind of grow larger is such a thrill.
Yes, all of that. Yeah.
Merle, you played Marlene in the games, right?
Yeah.
So when you came to the production, I think that you were the only one from that knew everything about the game when you got in the show, right?
Yeah,
Or
some
the
of the
actors,
some of
the
the
actors.
voice actors did come
Yes.
in different roles, but I'm the only character to play the same character in both iterations. And the most glaring thing that threw me off when I first stepped into it, as I realized walking into Marlene, I always had Neil's like quiet in my ear, and so and there was always this just I guess kind of knowing. So to communicate about and within Marlene in a different way without that kind of symbiotic, almost like emotional umbilical cord, was something that I had to recalibrate to. Also, actually walking her out and walking in her shoes rather than representing something that that another artist would elaborate on later was a hurdle that I had needed to step over before I could immerse myself into the new genre.
I remember Merle called me one day, and she's nervous about playing Marlene on the show. And I'm like, why are you nervous? You helped come up with this character. Like, this is such a collaboration. And when you talk backstory and stuff, but she's Marlene. There's I can't see it a different way.
So this time we've seen a lot of TV shows based on video games, and most of them are not that good, right? But this time they brought you to the production to help with a lot of stuff. So I need to ask, how faithful the series is with the source material?
I think this will be the most authentic video game adaptation ever. And I think it'll be years before anybody catches up. That's how confident I feel about it. It doesn't mean we're copying it, because I think that would be a mistake. And that has happened before, and I think people have made that mistake. We understand the strength of the story, and it's what's fundamentally essential about its telling. What's unique to video games that you shouldn't replicate in another medium because you will fall flat on your face. It just will not work. And then how do we deviate and expand on it in this other medium in a way that we couldn't in the video game?
Yeah, the challenge is like the gameplay sequences, right? They don't happen on the show, right? So you have to take a lot of that away and introduce new things to help fill the void, right? Because we have hours of gameplay on the games, and we don't have that on the show, right? So it's really different. And Marlene is a really complex. All characters in The Last of Us are really complex, but she we see that she is good, right? She's a good person.
Is she? I believe she is.
Yes, I believe she is too. But she knows that she has to do a horrible thing, right, to do the greater good, right? And that is a challenge that humanity faces always, right? And how do you transport that this is?
Well, you're assuming the show goes exactly the same.
Yes.
Sorry,
Yeah. So how it is to you to play that character that's it is essentially good, but needs to do a horrible thing to do the greater good,
Neil had said something, again, whispering, he'd said something about each character being under such, incredible stress. And I love that concept of how, what really comes out when people are squeezed. And I think that's something that is wonderful character building storytelling in any medium or any project that you might put your focus on. But for Marlene in particular, the choice that she has may not necessarily feel, even to her, to my sensibility, like it's the virtuous one. Mm-hmm. But I do think that wherever she is working to be honorable, mm-hmm. and working to do the right thing for what's around her and for the world at large.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I talked too long.
No, that's fine. Thanks so much, guys.